aiming at the throne like he understood its symbolic meaning. He breathed fire at the wall, and the throne happened to be in the way, which if anything makes it more interesting. The destruction of the Iron Throne wasn't a deliberate political statement by a dragon who read the room. It was a byproduct of grief pointed in the wrong direction. Then he picks up Daenerys' body gently in his claws and flies east. The showrunner David Benioff said in the DVD commentary about the throne burning, if she's not going to sit on it, no one's going to sit on it, which tells you the writers understood this wasn't random dragon behaviour. They wrote a creature capable of identifying the source of everything that went wrong. There are actually a few things happening at once in that moment, and they don't contradict each other. They stack. First, there's the blood. Drogon had already registered Jon as Targaryen. He'd allowed him to touch him on those cliffs. He'd watched him ride Rhaegal. At whatever level a dragon processes the world, Jon was not a stranger. He was recognised. Killing him would have meant killing the last living male heir of the house that had bonded with dragons for centuries. The whole history of dragon lore in this world suggests that isn't something a dragon does easily, if at all. Second, Drogon is not a dumb animal. The show makes this very clear from Season 5 onward. In Meereen, he senses when Daenerys is in danger at the fighting pits and flies to her without being summoned. He understands her commands with real precision. He distinguishes between enemies and allies in the middle of a battle. A dragon with that level of awareness, who flew with Daenerys through the entire burning of King's Landing, who watched her become something different from the person who hatched him. That dragon is capable of understanding that Jon didn't kill Daenerys for power. He killed her to stop something worse. Third, and maybe most painfully, Drogon might have known that the throne was the actual thing that destroyed her, not Jon. The throne. Her obsession with it cost her Jorah, Missandei, 2 of her dragons, every ally she had, and eventually her own mind. People who loved her dropped away one by one the closer she got to that chair. Burning it wasn't rage, it was a verdict. In A Dance with Dragons, the 5th book in the series, there's a detail Martin includes about the dragon rider bond that the show only hints at. He writes that a dragon might be able to sense when its rider is in distress or has died. Not that it will definitely know, but that there's some connection there that runs deeper than sight or sound. Drogon didn't happen to fly to the throne room at the right moment. He was pulled there. The same sensitivity that told him something was wrong with Daenerys is the same system that registered Jon Snow as someone belonging to the same blood, the same ancient line that first created the bond between dragons and the Dragon Lord families of Old Valyria. These aren't two separate things. They're the same thing operating in 2 directions. And that same system, when faced with the choice of burning Jon or not, had a conflict it couldn't resolve, the same way it resolves every other threat. Every other person who had ever raised a hand against Daenerys was gone.